Hey, what's up everybody? Nexel here. Today we are playing Honkai Star Rail, and I am behind. I am very behind right now. So, we do have the countdown for the Fate collab. I believe this countdown went up at like 10 days out, maybe even 12 days out. And here we are, a day and 12 hours away, and, I am... Where am I? Where am I? I am still at this one, where we are still running through the Anaxa and Casterus storyline, so we still have to go through the Cypher Hyacine storyline, so that's how far behind I am. So today we're gonna do a little bit of story, probably play a little bit of... I'm not really sure what mode we want to play right now. Because right now, my Forgotten Hall is 33 out of 36. Pure Fiction, I am 0% done with this. Because I know I'm going to be pulling for Saber, and it really looks like a lot of the content for this is wind-based. So I feel like, especially this thing, like, I have no good way of fighting this thing right now. Like, physical, wind, and quantum, I don't have any of those. I don't have Casterus, don't have Finan, so I might as well just wait till I have Saber, and then I'll at least have, like, a decent wind DPS to play this mode in. And I should be fine from there, because I also got, like, the Herda, I've got, like, my break team always comes through, so I'm gonna wait till I have Saber for that. I'm hoping that I can play the unlimited blade work stuff without having caught up to the story, because there is absolutely no way in 1 day and 12 hours I am going to be able to catch up to this, because I've got like other content for my other channels that I'm working on. Like there's like some K-pop albums coming out on Friday, so I gotta prep for that. So it's gonna be a crazy like 48 hours for me, but I am still super excited for this. At the very least, I can pull for Saber on the day they come out, so I'm gonna pull for Saber on the day they come out. Archer is free. Probably immediately gonna get E0S1 Saber is gonna be the goal. So yeah, with that, why don't we let the stream cook for a little bit and do some relic runs, because right now I'm relic hunting for Saber, trying to get a good Wave Strider captain set going off. I think right now, where am I on this? Okay, so I've got a crit rate, crit damage piece that's got attack percent. It did unfortunately roll once into effect res, and I'm sort of not willing to test this right now with a variable dice, and re-roll all the stats. So crit damage times 3 is actually pretty good. Like, for my cutoff is if it rolls into a good stat 3 times on that relic, like, we're done. For this one, what was this? Crit rate twice, crit damage twice. This one was actually, at first, I think it was a 1-1-1-2 split. And then I actually did use a variable dice on it to make it 1-2-2, which is honestly way better. Like, that's times 4. I don't think I want to test with any of the other ones. I gotta figure out what the speed cutoff I want for Saber is, because I'm probably gonna play him with Sunday, who action advances anyways. This is a piece that I want to figure out. Because Saber's probably gonna get a crit damage chest piece versus crit rate. Because if I'm gonna be playing them with Sunday anyways, we'll have the crit rate, right? We at least get 20% from that. Why don't we farm a little bit first, and then we'll roll on some of these relics and see if we get anything good. So let's go here. Do I need to do anything for my weeklies, actually? That's kind of important. These are good. Alex. I don't think I need to do anything for Alex. We could synthesize 10 consumables right now. Easy. And Divergent. We're gonna have to do this before the end of the week, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So for now, why don't we do some relic hunting? So for today, our team is going to be the Nova Flare, Jingliu, and Hyacine team, since Jingliu now got super buffed with the revamp. So now Jingliu scales completely with HP. And for the relic set, I'm running the 4-piece erudition set basically, and then the 2-piece bone planar set in order to get our HP up here. So HP at 5,472 is actually kind of crazy. I am running the signature light cone because it's the best one I got so far. I think, what does Aeon do? Yeah, it increases attack percent, which sort of doesn't matter. Yeah, because destruction units are mostly about attack percent. This wouldn't be so bad, maybe? I wonder how this fares. I gotta look at the prudent, like, knowledge on that. This is a maybe. I don't know. I see HP and I'm just like, ah, yes, it scales well, but I haven't actually tested it or done any of the numbers running. So this is what we're running. Sunday's got Battle Isn't Over because we don't have the signature, but I am thinking about getting it because to make a unit SP positive is kind of crazy. But in terms of the rest of the stats, so we've got a 5% crit rate, a 213% crit damage, which is what we're looking for, energy regen of 134.4, and effect res of 21.4, whatever, not a big deal. Basically, wanted to focus on as much speed as possible, sort of? We're only at 135 speed? That seems kind of off for me. What are these relic pieces? That's good. That's fine. That's okay. Did it roll into HP 4 times? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. We love when it rolls into the static one. Speed 25. Huh. I'm surprised I didn't focus more on... Speed 9! Ooh. No, because we need him to be at... I think I gotta figure out a Sunday setup that gets him to an effective 160 speed. So he can have 2 turns per rotation. But anyways, I'm thinking about getting the light cone to make him skill point positive. For a Hyacine, we have got the Remembrance light cone because it gives you speed, which is always good. Traces are maxed out. We are running the Giant Tree planar set and the Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder for our relic set, and we are clocking out at 203 speed, which is good, but unfortunately the rest of the stats are kind of garbo, to be honest. Crit damage is kind of in the tank. I'm not even running wind damage boost because I'm running HP. It's because I am running HP. So anyways, that's that. And then our secondary sub-unit is going to be Ranmei, which is probably not the best right now based on how I'm building Ranmei for a break team. I should probably... Robin? No, but Robin gives attack percent. Increases damage, which is fine. Increases crit damage, which is fine. Increases all allies attacks, yeah, so that's non-synergistic. I don't think I have a good sub-DPS for Jingliu, to be honest. If I had Blade, maybe? Is Blade's also an HP draining unit? Yeah, I don't think I have any good sub-DPSs for Jingliu right now. Ranmei will do just because Ranmei gives, like, double break time, which increases the damage of Jingliu anyways, so I'm gonna say that's okay. So anyways, that's the team we are running today. Let's go ahead and run this. I'm not super worried about relics, because relics are actually not too difficult in terms of the actual domain.
Dispel the gloom! Destroy the skies! Save it for your own skin. There's more to life. Existence is
if only little Ika could do a bit more damage.
Seek and you shall receive.
Oh, I don't have enough skill points. Oh my gosh, that was bad planning on my part. That was awful planning on my part.
Blade of
Alright, cool. Enough allies lost HP for Jinglu to enter the transmigration state, I think is what it's
All will
called.
be revealed in
Take him
lunar
out.
flame.
Okay, wait, so in the spectral transmigration state, I think is what it's called, Jinglu's stats just go through the roof. So we're looking at 82.7 crit rate, and then after Sunday's buff, it's 100%. Crit damage at 50 or 512.5? That doesn't sound right. It should be more.
Every petal.
All will be swept
Is it
away by
because
the
of
wind.
Rame? Oh, no, wait, no, it's because she doesn't have the what is it called? Beatified state. So let's go ahead and give
Mortal,
Jinglu
watch over you.
the beatified
Guide
state.
you on your path.
There's more to life.
Okay, cool. So now when we look at our Jinglu, we are chilling at 82.7 because we still didn't get the skill from Sunday, but 610 crit damage, which is crazy. All right, and now we're cooking in terms of SP positive.
Serenity is before me.
Ready for
Now we're cooking. Nice. All right, so we got defense boots, which are garbage, and an attack cape for this set is garbage.
Guide with the rain. Lay this. Dispel
Okay.
the gloom. Destroy the skies.
Save it for your own skin.
Gotta be careful about my skill point management here. I don't know how I ended up negative skill points earlier. Okay.
Eternal.
Go here. Cool. Chillin'.
Seek and you shall receive.
Sunday goes here.
Now, farewell.
Bam. Chillin'.
Mortal, watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Stand
Nice.
down.
Alright. There we go.
Blade of moonlight.
There we
All
go.
will be
Now we're
revealed
cooking.
in lunar flame.
And now Jinglu is SP positive because
Future is
skill
great.
no longer takes any points. Easy.
Every petal.
All will be swept away by the
It's
wind.
like Jinglu just gets broken just by enemies hitting you. Woo! 498,000 damage is
Nowhere to
crazy.
run.
So yeah, even though Jinglu isn't like tier 1, ooh, HP. Even though some units scale well with HP, I think that this is still a no. HP with attack and effect res, that is not good. But yeah, even though Jinglu isn't like tier 1, just the idea of like buffing up a character to a point where they're like super usable with current teams is actually really nice.
Try harder.
Okay.
Enjoying yourself.
So,
Some value
let's get the skill
existence is
going.
unity.
We got 3 skill points. Okay.
Seek and you shall
Over here.
receive. Torment and doubt. Farewell.
Beatified
Smoke, watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Tedious.
skill.
Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Nice. And then we're at 4. We're at 4 eclipse whatever thingies, so we are good to go.
Gotta stop them here. There's more to life.
Alright,
Every
let's
petal.
activate-
All will be swept away by the wind.
We can do skill points
Ready for
there.
death.
Woo! Love seeing that damage number.
Nowhere to run.
And the energy regen, like the return on that is actually kind of super nice. Alright, so we've got, ooh, attack with HP, crit rate, crit damage, effect res. This is tough because if we could roll just several times into crit damage, crit rate doesn't really matter, I guess, for... Oh, if only one of these two was speed. If effect res could be speed, this would be amazing. I'm still gonna lock this up because that's a good set of subs. Attack is not good. HP is not good. Okay, cool.
Lay made this.
So we got like 2 or 3 more runs on this, and then we'll play some story.
Try harder.
Why does this arrow attack just generate so much energy?
Eternal.
Okay.
Can't kill me.
Ooh, wait, we go here
More.
first.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Because now we're
Stand
skill
down.
point neutral on Sunday at this point.
Blade of moonlight.
Nice.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Nice.
Guide the
Chillin'.
Rainbow Bridge.
Still chilling. We don't have wrong
Every
mail.
petal,
Okay.
all will be swept away by the wind.
Ready for death.
Continue attacks. Oh, that took all of them out. Crazy. All right. What we're looking for is outgoing healing boost with speed and crit damage. So defense is just simply not good. Defense is definitely not good. Okay, those both get trashed. That's fine.
Defeat
Okay.
made this. Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies.
Can't think.
I need to have little Ika do more damage. Like, in the 4 digits is simply not enough.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Okay. Here. And here.
Trinity is before me. Watch over you.
This should generate one.
Guide
I
you on
think.
your path.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed
Gain.
in lunar flame.
Nice. Ooh, whoa, one of them lived. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, here. Only I could have Ika clock out like 50k. That would be awesome.
Some value, I suppose.
I guess we
Every
do ult
petal,
first
all
to
will be
generate some
swept away
energy.
by the wind.
I wonder if Ron May
Ready for death.
is still my favorite character. Maybe it's because we just haven't seen them in the story that often. But Ron May's still really cool. I think we go
All will
ult.
be revealed
That
in
felt
lunar
wrong.
flame.
That's gonna wipe them. Yeah, and then we're down on energy. It's okay. Alright, what we're looking for is crit damage, crit rate, speed. Speed is good, the other 2 are not. And then effect hit rate is definitely not good. Okay, we run it back one more time, and then we will continue on with story.
Guide to the Rainbow Bridge. Made this. Dispel the
But I think this is the team that we will be playing with for the day, for the rest of the stream. Unless I think it forces us to use Anaxa for a little bit. I guess if we run the Anaxa team, we'll play, like, the Herda.
There's more to existence is unity.
Seeking you. Trinity is before me.
Alright, we're still chilling.
Blade of moonlight.
Nice. We love action advance, 100%.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Nice. Yeah, we need points. We need skill points. Nice, we get the beatified
More.
state.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Some value, I suppose.
Every petal, all will be swept away
seems
by the
right.
wind.
Ooh, that was a good chunk of damage there. Alright, we take it home.
Nowhere to run.
Basically, like, one of the nice things about Jingliu is now you have basically 100% uptime on the Spectral Transmigration state. Attack with HP and effect res is not good. Defense, today's relic hunting was a wash. We got nothing. Okay. So we'll go here. Salvage everything. Oh, it's like the whole run was a wash. Okay. It's okay, because we got relic remains to level up the ones that we care about. Okay. Go here, here. I gotta admit, I've had some luck with my relics as of late. Alright, what do we want? Attack, speed. Speed and crit damage is not so bad. I think we go with this one and see how we roll. Because we can still manipulate making this, right? We can still use our, like, wishful presence and stuff like that to make this a crit damage body piece with at least crit rate as a substat. We're gonna go for this one. This one seems the most promising, but those are some famous last words right there. If this could hit into crit rate, that would be insane. But instead it hits into effect hit rate, because you can't have it all, right? Can you hit into crit rate? Attack percent, okay. I do like attack percent a bit better than, or I like effect res better than effect hit rate, because effect hit rate is such a, like, it's such a mid, like, substat to hit unless you're looking specifically for it, right? Like, it's either super well in its spot or it's just absolute garbage. Literally serves zero purpose. Can you hit into crit rate? Flat attack, that's not big. I feel like I just really want crit rate because we are severely lacking in crit rate right now for our saber build. Flat defense is disgusting. Oh my gosh, effect res. Nah, you're hitting the trash heap for sure. Sure. I feel like if we carry with Sunday, then it doesn't matter how fast Saber is. Because Saber is literally just a giant beat stick to destroy all the enemies. Like, you want to use Excalibur, you want to use as many of the enhanced attack as possible. But I don't think Saber in and of themselves is dependent on speed. Especially if you're running with an action advance like Sunday. Let me see what I can roll for these extra stats. If we can roll into crit rate, I'll invest into whatever piece able to get crit rate. Flat HP. Oh, wait, that... I don't know if I like that. Crit rate? Nope. Crit rate? Oh! I don't like that one. Last chance? Break effect? That's even worse! Okay. That's garbage. Alright, so I guess we pour into speed with attack. If this can roll into crit rate, ooh, at least 3 times. Crit, or I'm sorry, crit damage. Once? Twice? Ah, flat HP. But, on the redemption? Ooh, that's really good. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Our Saber is gonna have an insane amount of crit damage. Like, just looking at this alone, right? 23% crit damage, 16% crit damage. This is gonna be maxed out to like 64% crit damage. And then 25% crit damage. It's just like, where does the crit rate come from? I might as well just make this piece crit rate. But no, but the crit damage is just so good. Do any of the other... Why is it all these pieces have crit damage, but none of them have crit rate? That's crazy. Flat attack. It's like this set just doesn't want me to have crit rate. Alright, well, what do we give for the... What do you give for the planar set? Please don't tell me it's the Glamoth one. Oh, I'm really hoping it's not Glamoth. It feels like it might be Glamoth, though. Or what is... I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. What has the internet said? Wait, okay, what do you? I forgot what you do again. Oh, wait, that was a mistake. Okay. Brutal into arena. Basic attack and skill. I feel like... Is it... What's the recommended one? Recommended, first of all. Gotta collect our freebies. Second of all. Insert Salsodo. Crit rate 8%. Ultimate and follow-up attack. Actually, this is probably it. Yeah, it's probably Inert Salsodo. So, we go here, planers. We just needed an Inert Salsodo within it. Like, first of all, wind damage boost. Do I have a wind damage boost one? Fire, lightning, ice, physical, imaginary, physical, attack. Oh, you're killing me here, game. Oh, wait a minute. Was this... What? Yo, this is cracked. Wait a minute. Crit rate. Oh, this is pretty good. Low key, I kind of want to do a variable dice on this, but 2 and 2 is really not that bad. What do we have for the rope, though? Do we have an attack percent rope with insane crit rate? What did you roll into? 111. That's not very good. Energy regen, break effect, attack percent. Defense is useless. Attack percent. Oh, these are all so bad. They're all so bad. Okay. Why don't... Before we do story, why don't we run... Sim Uni right now? Oh, hello, Iceheart. You are my #1 fan. I plan on streaming more often. I gotta lock in. Like, I just have so many, like, projects I want to get done. Like, I keep a notepad on my desk of all the stuff I want to get done. And it's like, gotta sell some cards, gotta do some vlogs, gotta make some decks, gotta schedule my dentist appointment. Okay, we're gonna run the Sim universe right now. Or the Divergent universe. Are Fate people out? Not yet. But oh so very close. Literally 2 days. Literally a day and 12 hours. Friday is gonna be so lit. Because the Fate collab comes out. Twice's album comes out. It's the weekend. Friday's gonna be such a lit day. Alright. So we're gonna burn through this with the fastest possible team that we can, which is not Herda. It's gonna be a team of Phage. It's gonna be the Fart team. Phage, well, sort of, because I don't have Topaz. So it's gonna be F for Phage. Oh, A for Aventurine. Do I like that? I feel like I need a unit that heals, and I don't think Aventurine cuts it. Okay, we're changing it up. So, F for Phage, R for Robin. Who's my sub DPS with Phage? Oh, March, right. Samurai March, right. And then we need a healer. I think Lingsha's still the best healer. So not the Fart team in any sense of the word, but we have FRLM. Alright, let's go. I have so many characters. Yeah, of course. I've been playing this game since day one-ish? Day one-ish. Literally was chilling, and then I got an ad on YouTube for it, and I was like, I'm game. I wonder if I could build still a solid team with Bronya in it, because, like, I feel like no matter how strong the meta gets, like, action advance is just crazy. Alright, let's go. Let's run them through. So we are going to skip every possible... What do we got here? Yeah, whatever. Alright, cool. Cool. Good. Yes, sure. Propagation! Okay, whatever. Easy. They literally didn't even touch me. Ace, what's up? Best healers are Hyacinth, Gallagher, and Linkshot. Absolutely. 1,000,000% agree. That's why I have all 3 of them. I was really thinking about skipping Hyacinth for a bit. But honestly, the fact that, like, Hyacinth's like a potential DPS is kind of crazy. A DPS healer, that's my type of unit. We run Occurrence because we sorely need Occurrence in our compendium. What do we got? I have no equations to discard. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot. I got the starter ones. Whatever. Alright, let's go. Nice, it's a follow-up one. No, that's a Nihility? No, that's an Erudition one. The Joker Mask one is the follow-up one. Oh, nice. Alright. Let's play rocket launchers. We love being a violent wolf thing. Let's go. Easy. Easy. Why is this so easy? Let's go. I can take a few hits. I can take a few hits. Easy mode. Nice, nice, nice. Let's build up these equations. What do you do? During the day increases all allies' HP restored and shield. Yeah, why not? We don't have you yet. Alright, let's go. Let's beef up the team.
Blossom, incense, a set. Let the show begin. Let's see.
Alright. Let's get it.
Dangerous thoughts. Resonate all together.
Just want to let you know that the Fate Collab will have its own 50/50.
Soul shall
Yes,
embrace
I am very aware because I originally saved my hard pity for Saber, and then when I saw that news drop, I was so sad. And then I pulled Hyacinth. At that point, I was like, you know what? I will sink it for Hyacinth.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Yeah.
I could just maybe.
The truth. Everything in this
I had to
world.
find out the harder. I know. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. Like I pulled what was it? I think it's when I was just randomly pulling for Castorus, because I did I think 30 pulls on Castorus, and then I got the little dude with the flying swords. What's your name, dude? Yanqing? I got Yanqing and I was just like, oh, this stinks, but I got him at like 16. So I was like, nice, hard pity? Easy, I'll save it for Saber. And then they made that announcement and I was like, forget this. Sad. Let me be sad. All of these are useless. All of these are absolutely useless. Okay. Occurrence? Let's go. We have all of them. Sure. But don't worry, I'm ready. I am ready. No one can reject a red button. We press it again. That's okay. Ooh, we are not a team that is set to do multi-hit damage.
I could take it for you, go, Master.
We are not a team that is meant for multiple enemies.
Allow me to purge the root.
Oh, I don't even have any skill points for who you am.
I hope for an end.
You know something's wrong when Robin takes you out. Nah, forget you, wolves. At least the banners will stick around for 2 whole passes. Yes! Yes, and free Archer. Beautiful. And Lancer. Oh, I'm so excited for Lancer. So excited if Lancers are free unit. Okay, call me out on this if I'm wrong, but I know I'm right on this. I think that they should have had a remembrance unit where it was Rin and Archer. I'm just saying. Tomato. Super alloy concrete. I like that. Oh no! Alright, sure. Whatever. I was just running through it, so I dedicated 0 memory to it, but it's okay because we're on stream. Yeah, why not? Currents? Nice. Combat related. Tawat cards. Okay. Increases speed, but it only lasts for 4 battles is crazy. We basically gotta get into absolutely no fights until the boss fight. We're a radish. Oh, we got nothing. Feels bad. Alright, let's roll the dice. Not bad, but not good. Oh, wait, but yeah, to finish my earlier thought, they should have had Rin be a remembrance unit, and then the summon was Archer. That would have been OP. We live on the Rin supremacy life.
Nice. But surely there's something better out there.
Sure. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is one fight, yeah. There's a data mine that Lance maybe another 3-star, others maybe a regular 5-star.
Harmony and unison.
Or addiction from the fake collab story will continue. That's so interesting. Like, out of all the animes, why Fate? Like, it's awesome. I love Fate.
Yeah.
Actually, I think maybe
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Yeah! This is my Fate Weiss Schwartz deck. Back when I was playing this game, I was running the Rin and Archer combo. Bam! I got the level 1 Rin combo.
Treasure dragon, white tiger, less cards. What's this?
I got this crazy expensive card for some reason. I don't know why it's so insanely expensive. This is a good time when I was playing this card game. Oh wait, I lied. This is the level 1 combo card. Invitation to London Rin.
Forever.
I got Khaled Bulb 2, which was the canonic, you know, search the top 4 cards of your deck kind of card. Got the best scene in that anime,
Everything in
basically.
this world is bleeding.
If Lancer is coming, what element and path? Hunt, wind, or hunt imaginary? I'm betting hunt wind or hunt imaginary.
Get it together.
I would still be pretty ecstatic if they put Rin in the game. I feel like, because it's so weird that Rin isn't selected. Rin, like, so the way the Fate series works, especially this particular one, like, Fate, Stay Night, Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, and Fate, Heaven's Feel, like, the whole point of the 3 of them was that, like, because it's like one of those old school, like, dating sim games, right? Where you pick, like, your favorite person and then you just date them to the end. And it doesn't make any sense to me that Rin's not in this collaboration, because the whole point of Unlimited Blade Works was that was the path where you picked Rin. That was like the whole point. Hello, dragon? Terravox? Okay. We focus more on the day. So I think it's kind of silly that Rin isn't here, but this could be set up. This could be set up. We're going for speed. Let's go. What did we get? 300 cosmic fragments. Okay. Ooh, Gilgamesh would be a good addition. Because, like, I'm even thinking of Unlimited Blade Works, and realistically, when I think about it, Lancer was more important in Fate Zero. Fate Zero? Wait, hang on. Let me rethink that. Lancer was important. But, like... yeah, I guess Lancer was kind of important. Whatever. I guess. Alright, we got all these already. We're gonna increase our day ratio. Alright, Hule, let's go.
The show begins. Let's see.
But yeah, Gilgamesh would be awesome.
Time to Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards.
We're gonna set this up.
Dangerous spots.
We're gonna
Harmony and
here.
Ready to shine.
Do we got Shifu going on already? I just went through it so quickly, I don't even know if I casted it. Nope. Alright, so we go Shifu. Boom, action advance.
Stars echo.
Crazy. Alright, and then we gotta attack with Phase out because like we're not stacking any ults right now. No way! There's no way it auto-selected the mini one. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Awesome.
Woo! Good damage.
Allow me to purge the repent.
Okay, that's fine. There ain't no way that happened. Ain't no way.
You're a stubborn one. The truth. Everything in this
Oh,
world.
that was wrong. I should have waited until Fuin attacked and then did that.
I venture for forever. Triumphant!
No way! There is no way the auto-targeting picks the tiny one.
Oh, I get it.
Is there something wrong with this? Wait a minute.
Time to show you what I Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
Was I tripping? Did I select?
Show me what you can do. Never hesitate.
Yeah, it's... I targeted the mini one and it auto went to Hule. That's weird.
May song bring us victory.
That's super weird, but okay.
Right. Stars echo.
Wait, okay. So maybe it's not me.
Fangs and claws got dull. The fearless knows not fear.
Maybe it's not me? Well, I guess I'll never know now because
May the foul stench dissipate.
they don't have any,
Be of your body and mind.
they don't have, oh, okay. Alright,
I venture forth to hunt.
right?
Forever. Triumphant!
Okay, now it targeted Hule. That was weird.
Victory is inevitable!
I really thought it was, like, me for a minute. He's like a second important. Yeah, but I would. Maybe I'm just upset Rin wasn't selected as the initial two, but Saber and Archer makes sense. I'll level.
The truth.
But I think it should have been Rin. I'm just saying.
Is bleeding. You'll make good. Time to show you.
Alright,
Azure
Hule,
Dragon,
you are
White Tiger,
cooked.
less cards. What's this?
I venture forth to hunt.
Alright, no mistakes.
Triumphant!
Alright, let's go.
Victory is inevitable! Oh, I get it!
There ain't no way. Okay. Like, there ain't no way Hule is living through that.
It's over
Not
already.
gonna lie, relic farming for
Fast
Archer
enough
is
for
a
you.
major pain. Hard to get crit rate and crit damage on a quantum orb. Honestly, just sink the wishfuls. If you got them, sink the wishfuls. Nah, we don't need to save that. That was a garbage run. This is for speed.
What a full day. A good night's sleep is basically guaranteed.
Nice. Love to see it. Alright, why don't we do some farming for Inert Salsodo? For Saber. Yeah, break team's good.
Danger ahead. Ready yourself. Incense ascend.
I need to get the skin for Firefly.
Activate.
Alright, here we go.
Eternal.
You are doomed to fail. Freeze to death.
Oh, hello? I wasn't expecting to be
Enjoying
frozen.
yourself? Now or never.
Bronya, chill!
Witness the avalanche.
Let me take a turn!
There'll be a way. Unite our goals.
Alright.
Join the battle. Attack.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Okay. They're cooked. We go here. Here. Alt.
Power of the preservation.
Like until everything burns to ashes!
Action advance.
Set the scene.
Let him have it.
Attack detected.
We're gonna save
World devoured by ice.
Hugh's ult for the next fight.
Stop right there. Formation.
Oh, nah, forget this.
Everything in this world
Link should go in on that.
is
Bye. Alright, what do we got? So this relic is absolutely useless to me, because unless I'm running Jeopard, it's not useful. Physical damage boost is garbage, but if we could hit wind damage boost with crit rate, crit damage, speed, physical with... I'll accept this piece? Maybe. It's a big maybe.
eternal.
Tremble before my power.
Do I need to wait for all this? No, I don't.
Let us dance once more. Like until everything
I don't need to wait for
burns
this.
to ashes!
Freeze to death.
Target sighted. All units.
Who got frozen? Ron May? Okay.
Fight to live! That, like this.
Let me bestow upon you despair.
Attack detected.
They say despair and it didn't even make it past my
Devoured by
shield.
ice.
It's crazy.
No holding back.
It's crazy.
Share good fortunes.
They talked a big game.
This will be your very ground. Witness the avalanche.
Every petal in life, all will be swept
This is
away
the
by
final
the
one,
wind.
right? Once the second we break their shield or their weakness bar, it's over.
Have we met? Cloud scattered.
1 million damage. Oh, I already know I'm not gonna like this. That's an interesting relic choice for Saber. It's thinking space ceiling. I think she needs attack a lot, but I feel like more than what I need in attack is just crit damage 100%. Or I'm sorry, crit rate 100%. Fire damage boost is crazy. Attack percent on a defense sphere is crazy. Nah, I still think that's not good for Aventurine anyways.
Existence is unity.
Tremble before my power.
Alright, let's not make this difficult.
Enjoying yourself? Stop.
He's frozen.
Now or never.
Feel the freeze.
Oh my gosh.
Eternal freeze will bury you.
Alright.
There'll be a way. Unite our goals.
Firefly.
Everything.
We don't have Ranmei's ult field up, but this is still okay. Take it out.
Like this.
Nice.
Power of the preservation.
Enjoying yourself? Get it together.
A world devoured by ice.
I don't think
Dreams of a
we get
past.
there.
Let us dance once more.
Oh yeah, we get there. Oh, easy mode. Good performance by Firefly and the 1 million damage. Alright, this is useless already. Defense with effect res, I'll actually keep that. Does Saber's light cone give any sort of crit rate? Let's double check. Saber, HSR light cone. Signature light cone increases wearer's crit damage by at S1 36%, increases wearer's attack by 40% when using ultimate. If the wearer's max energy is greater than or equal to 300, which is crazy because there's not a lot of characters that have more than 300 energy requirement, regenerates a fixed amount of energy equal to 10% the wearer's max energy and increases their attack by 40%. So you already get a ton of attack from the light cone, which is why I'm not super worried about it. I'm more worried about crit rate, to be honest. What I'm looking for in this, in the rope, is an attack percent rope with crit rate and speed. Crit rate and or speed. Ooh, no, wait, we wanted crit rate. We wanted crit rate. Alright. Yes. How many more do we got? We got one more Immersifier. You know, I'm gonna just let this auto so we can hang out.
Eternal.
It'll be tough trying to chase for Saber, her light cone, and Ceridra. Yes, I am.
Will be swept
I
away
am
by
getting
the wind.
Ceridra. I am getting Honkai Star Rail Farina.
Everything in this world
Farina?
is good. Everything
Like,
in this world.
I am such a sucker for Harmony units.
Like this.
I think the only Harmony unit I don't have to date was Tribute. Simply because I was saving for the Fate collab. The only Amphorius character I have is Hyacinth. Because, like, no matter what, I've got a decent amount of Harmony units. But I feel like Sustains are where it's at. Alright, what do we got? Ice damage boost. If only I was building DPS Japard, but I am not. And defense rope, which is absolutely useless for this set. Absolutely garbage.
What a full day. A good night's sleep is basically guaranteed.
Who's gonna be just the relic camel until Saber comes out? Just someone I could equip the relics on to inevitably just steal them away. We'll give it to Luca. Alright, so ideally, my Saber build it's gonna be this with I'm getting distracted by the highlighted ones. This with I gotta figure out this crit damage thing. I think I should just wishful resin it right now. And just build right now. Speed with crit damage 25.2 is crazy. Wind damage boost with crit rate, crit damage is crazy. I think I gotta take this from Zila. Zila didn't even get buffed in the patch, which is really sad. What do we roll for you? If this rolls into rate and speed, that would be insane. Effect res. Alright, so in order for me to even remotely want to keep this, it's gotta roll all 4 times into rate. Defense. Rate. Defense, garbage. Instant garbage. Ooh. If only this was a 5-hit, not a 4-hit. Because I feel like my speed for Saber is also, like, abysmal right now. Why are you defense? Why? Who decided to make this defense? How dare you? Break effect? How dare you? You know, there's the slimmest chance of hope on this. And now there's no hope. It went from slim to no hope. I feel like, okay, would I risk a variable dice on this to try? Because it's right now, it's so good. It's just like, why that one break effect? Because if I burn the variable dice, because this is built for Saber, right? Win damage boost with speed, crit rate, crit damage, and then for some reason break effect. That should be attack percent. But who am I going to complain on a 5-hitter? That rolled into that. Right now I'm occupied with pre-farming Archer. I respect that. I really do. Archer's such a cool character. Especially in Unlimited Blade Works, Archer was really cool. Saber lost in erudition. Let me double check that actually. Lost in erudition actually doesn't sound like a bad set. Just want to double check. Crit rate 8%, damage, skill, and ultimate. But it doesn't affect the follow-up attack, the enhanced basic attack. Give it to Arlen. Because if I remember correctly, Saber has a enhanced basic attack. Fact check that. Or am I wrong about that? Actually, yeah, I think Musketeer. What do I Scholar lost an ear. I feel like I'm gonna have to leave it to the other content creators to figure out what works best. Because right now, using this set, like, Excalibur is gonna be literally, like, the level of Excalibur that destroyed the river creature. That level of insanity. I think, what does it stand as right now? I think this is, like, this is abysmal right now. 43.7% is really not good. Really not good. Because then it's just like, yeah, I could pop the ultimate off, but if it doesn't have crit rate 100%, it can literally fall off so poorly. So incredibly poorly. Stick to the finance set because you get raw attack. This is true. This is true. I think maybe at that point it really depends on subs. Wait. 1 stack of help, stacking up to 2 times. If there are 2 stacks when their wearer uses their ultimate. So this basically is tailored towards Sunday and Saber. So, like, I think... Actually, no, Sunday and Saber should fill this out on their own. Because odds are, like, at 300, I think it's 340 energy, right? And Sunday restores what? Either Sunday restores 20 or, like, a set percentage. When using ultimate, if the energy regenerated is less than 40, increase the... Yeah, so 40 there. I think that's it, right? That's the only energy regen that Sunday offers. Yeah. %20 is crazy because that's like a 70% energy into Saber. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think so. You target Saber twice with Sunday. But it makes me want to pull for Sunday's light cone, you know? In order to make him at least skill point neutral. Also, I guess you go ultimate and skill, and that's already your 2 right there. I've seen people using 4-piece wind. 4-piece wind? That's crazy. Eagle? 4-piece wind is crazy. I feel like if you ran 4-piece wind, you would run out of skill points just incredibly fast. Like, insanely fast. Like, you would need some level of consistent energy regeneration and skill points, which is already kind of tough. Like, the game does a really good job at, like, making sure you're forced to manage your skill points. That's crazy. That's really crazy to think about. I'm trying to think who else I would run. I would need a healer for that team. I really feel like Lingsha is probably... What in the world is going on with this? What in the world was I thinking with this? I should be banned from team comp making. This is not it. I think it's when I was going for a haha, let's build DPS Lingsha and it didn't work out. Okay, let's bring it back. Bring it back. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh yes, I had Himiko basically hold all of the relics. You always gotta have that character that holds relics for somebody else. 58. No, this is not right because I should be at 160 speed with Lingsha. Seven, 9. What was the speed? 156. So I need at least 4 speed somewhere else. There's no way I can outdo speed 9. What was that? 3 rolls into speed? Yeah, that's not changing. Was it in the planar? No, it was in the planar. Speed 4, speed 5. Speed 7. Gallagher, my guy, might have to take this. Oh, wait, no, it's because it's HP. So this was definitely... Maybe it was... Maybe I really was rocking speed 9 in the helm. $60, $150. Speed 9, speed 9. How in the world? What if I did speed 5? Is that enough? Did it roll once into speed? 3 times into defense. Sheesh. Yeah, okay. So that's how you crack 160 speed. Or at least that's how I did it. Okay. Don't forget there's also a 4-piece outgoing where you get a free skill point at the start of the fight. The basic healing one. This one, Passerby. See, I feel like I don't have Huo. I guess just to start. And I'm definitely not going to pull for Huo for Saber alone for the energy regen component. I feel like the Saber team might actually be better if I'm just running straight up plain Tingyun. Because if I remember correctly, Tingyun can run this, which is kind of crazy. And then the ultimate just instantly gives energy back, right? Regenerates 50%, or 50%, that'd be nuts. 50 energy. The trade is that if you have Sunday and Tingyun, like, your healer, either you super pour your damage into Saber, but I feel like there's gotta be, maybe Ceridra, to be honest, as the sub DPS for Saber. Maybe. Anyways, so where are we talking about with, like, the relics, right? Luca, where are you? Oh, yes. Okay, that's what we were doing. We're gonna synthesize. Do we synthesize? Where are you? Because honestly, the speed is also abysmal, right? The current speed is abysmal. Current speed is 130, not even 134. We're not even cracking the basic 134. Because honestly, all the pieces just rolled into crit damage. Sorry, not the chest piece. Like this, I'm not willing to test. Like, I have a feeling if I tried this, it would roll into HP and effect res, and I'm just not for that. I'd be willing to test this to try and get rate up a little bit more. Like, I can't be mad at this because even without the chest piece, rocking at 147 crit damage is crazy. And that's without the light cone. Like, with all the buffs and stuff, Saber might be cracking out at like 600 crit damage. Another glass cannon? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about glass cannon teams. I mean, I guess it's fine because, like, literally Saber's damage is gonna be just exponential. Just absolutely insane. Alright, you know what? Why don't we roll regularly into 1? So why don't we roll, like, 3 times to see if we can get crit damage. We want crit damage with crit rate sub. And then maybe speed. That's what we want. Well, that's certainly not it. Oh, the pain. The pain. Does it ever end? Crit damage with speed is crazy. Okay. Okay. I see you, game. Alright. I see you. I see what you want us to do. You want us to risk it all. Full commit. Full commit. And if we get hard punished for it, then it goes to the garbage. Oh my gosh, full commit. Alright, so what do we need? What do we need? We need this to roll into speed at least once, and the rest goes into the crit rate that is gonna pop up. Full commit. Y'all, I'm not saying I'm lucky, but speed 12 is kind of crazy. Speed 12 is kind of crazy. Why don't we start with that? Imagine, right? Imagine if it rolled into rate instead of defense. And then went 1 into speed and 3 into crit rate. I think I lose all rights to be upset about that roll. Because, this is ghost pepper level spice. That is spicy. That is the highest level of spice. I don't know how I feel about it being on this piece, but that is spicy. Okay. Huh. So we're at 143 speed now, and it sort of does and doesn't work out because it means I don't need speed on any other relic, which is fine. Because now, okay, so with this, right? With this, I can run the standard hyper carry build where it's like the hyper carry is just a tiny bit faster than the Harmony, which in this case is Sunday. So with this setup alone, we're at 143 speed with Saber. Sunday's at 135. So basically, Saber, Sunday, Saber again. But it's like too much speed, right? Like, as spicy as that is, because that's incredibly spicy. Incredibly spicy. As spicy as it is, we are still only rocking out at 43% crit rate. Which is sort of not where I want to be. Like, we have a ratio of, like, 1 to 5 crit damage right now. Which is, like, good, but not the best. What do you have? 111. Can we... No, we can't even get there. We're doing such a good job at playing the story. We're doing such a wonderful job. I can't say I'm unhappy, though. That roll was incredible. That roll was absolutely incredible. Alright, let's collect these Gifts of Odysseys, by the way, now that we're streaming. Nova Flare is good. I gotta try this out. Okay, wait. So, just real quick sidebar, right? What all these characters say to me, that these were the characters they picked, is that basically Harmony is untouchable. There is no reason to update Harmony or Preservation. They just simply upgraded either DPS units or sub-DPS units. Honestly, like, that's the only thing that upgrades. So, basically, if you're team comping, and you've got 2 decent Harmonies and 2 decent Sustains, you are on Chill Island, Population U. That was so spicy. I'm, like, still trying to get over how spicy that was. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick 5-second break for everyone to grab some water, use the restroom, grab some snacks, and then we will be right back. And once we get back, it is off to... First of all, we gotta get out of here because I hate the sound of these things. It drives me absolutely insane. So we're gonna head over to Amphorius right now, where there are no walking signboards. Nice.
What a full day. A good night.
Alright, y'all. Take a quick second to breathe. We'll be right back. Alright, y'all. I'm back. Got some more water. Don't forget, we also get another event tied to the launch of the Fate collab story. Ah, I'm wondering... Because if Lancer's free... Archer's free... I don't think I'm gonna E6 anybody. I don't think the Eidolons that I saw are generally worth it. Collab trailer. Ooh. Director Sparkle. Oh boy. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm wondering though, do I pull for Sunday's light cone? Because Sunday's light cone, like, it feels like it just jumps him leagues ahead of his E0S0 counterpart. Let's take a quick look at it. What am I doing? There we go. We're definitely getting this fate gift. No questions asked. After the wearer uses skill or ultimate on one ally, the wearer generates 6 energy. Abilities targets use 1 second. Him. For every 2 instances of skill. Yeah, it's just like, ugh. It just makes the rotation so nice. And as long as, like, hyper carry is a thing, this Sunday will always be relevant. But Ceredra, though. I do a safe pull and get Sunday LC. He's, like, top tier meta supports. In pull for everything. Pull for everything. So, okay, so where do we stand on this, right? This is where we stand right now, right? 28,000 Oneric shards and 55,635 regular jades. And honestly, I got a factor for just having just absolute dog water luck. So this is 522 pulls plus the additional 29 from here. So we're looking at 551 warps right now. We want, so we're getting this, so at least that's the S0 down for Archer. This really doesn't feel like a bad investment, if I'm gonna be totally real. Strange, what do you think? Is this worth it? Also, what's up, by the way? How you been? Because, as long as hyper, and like, here's the other thing. This is what I was thinking when I was thinking about, like, if people are pulling for Sunday. Sunday is still a very important character to the story. And as far as I know in the story, Sunday's, like, true utility hasn't really happened yet. Yeah, exactly. Sunday LC remedies a lot of pain points. Absolutely. That's why I'm just like, it might just be worth, because it feels like without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, I'll be using Sunday with Saber. How much pulls you're in? I'm at 0. I am at, like, literal nothing. Well, maybe not literal nothing. Maybe literal nothing? Why did I do a 10 pull on this? What was I pulling for? Into the Unreachable Veil. Who is this even for? Please hold. Oh, that was the Herda. That was in January? The Herda came out in January? That's crazy. What was I warping for here? What came out in February? What was I thinking? I don't even know what I was thinking. Even the other harmonies, even if the other harmonies LCs just work anyways, you'll be glad to use that LC. This one, the Grounded Ascent. Because right now I've got the battle, but the battle isn't over, which is fine. But I feel like just Sundays just alleviates so many skill point issues. I think I might just be playing hyper carry Paper carry Saber with Tingyun. This being inconsistent doesn't sound too appealing. But, like, any one of these three helps Saber, but the rotation might be changed up if energy regen rate is not consistently hit. Oh, was I rolling for Robin? LC, I could believe that. Either My Day or Tribby LC. What does the Tribby one do again? I thought the Tribby one was very specifically for Tribby. Yeah, increases Harmony that increases where his crit damage is definitely only for Tribby and nobody else. And follow-up attack. This is specifically for Tribby. I don't even know another Harmony unit that could use this. Maybe we should just do like 20? Okay, I think first things first, so this is still going on for 13 more days. I think we lock into Saber right now and then see if we really benefit from having the Sunday LC. Like how drastic of a difference it would make. Like if I play Saber and find out that I keep running out of skill points all the time, then maybe I'll pull for Sunday. Or the Light Cone for Sunday. I've already got Sparkle, so we're chilling there. I can either, hear me out, I can either get E0S1 Sunday, or I can get E4S0 Sunday. Right? Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Alright. I think we gotta story it up. If I'm only gonna live stream, or if I'm only gonna story when we live stream, I gotta keep progressing. Okay, so let's switch over to the Fullmetal Anaxa-ist.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Okay. This is also the correct team. Alright, cool. So, where did we leave off? So, we left off at Anaxa talking to the Council Elders, basically trying to plot against the Chrysos heirs, with him being a Chrysos heir himself. And he keeps talking about equivalent exchange. He's definitely the Fullmetal Anaxa-ist, based off of Fullmetal Alchemist. And so now the Chrysos heirs don't really know where Anaxa stands. So we're still trying to figure out who is Anaxa and what are their intentions. But we do know that he did sacrifice an eye for a family member. I like how it's like it shoots a sludge bomb. Yes, indeed, pull for everything. You're crazy. I still didn't do the new... Yeah, you're usually like a day oneer. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, wait, trains. Before we get too deep into the woods. I don't know if you were here for this part of the stream, but we're rolling for relics for Saber. So this is my current Saber setup. So we got this piece already. This one I'm really thinking about re-rolling this one because we really need crit rate, like really, really badly. So 3 times into crit damage, once into HP, twice into crit rate, twice into crit damage. We got the speed boots that rolled 3 times into crit damage, which is insane. Just absolutely insane. We've got this wind damage sphere that's got twice into crit rate, twice into crit damage. We got this rope that I stole from Zila that rolled 3 times into crit rate. And then earlier in the stream, I went from a 0 to 15 on this crit damage piece simply because it had speed and it rolled 4 times into speed, which is insane. Absolutely insane. And then I still got 5 variable dice in case I think, like, I need to really, really re-roll. But, oh, gosh, even with Sunday bringing this up to 60%, like, it's still not the best. My crit damage is gonna be crazy, just absolutely insane. But yeah, it's like, what does it matter if, like, 50% of my attacks are not crit damage? So I'm really wondering if I want to re-roll this. I'm really wondering if I want to re-roll this. Really thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. But it's not that I was avoiding crit rate. Like, all of my pieces basically... Oh, well, most of them basically rolled into crit damage. For better or for worse. I simply did not get a crit damage body part that gives crit rate. Yeah, just none of the pieces rolled into crit rate. So I'm using Inert Salsodo just to bump up my crit rate by 8%. It's not even at the 50% necessary. Well, after Sunday, it'll be at the 50% necessary, but even still. And this is a wind damage sphere. I think I don't mess with this. At best, I wouldn't mind re-rolling this just to, like, try and funnel it all into these 3 to some degree. I guess I'd only wanted to roll into speed once anyways. But the fact that this is a wind damage sphere is crazy. 36% on the light cone. I get that. I do. It's like, would I want just a crit rate body piece then? It's such a... Oh, gosh. It's like when Excalibur hits, it's gonna hit. You can try a cheese comp. There ain't no way you're telling me to use Yukong. Do I have an E6 Yukong? I do have an E6 Yukong. You are insane, sir. You are insane, dude. I mean, it could work, right? I can still give this technically. You know, I kind of like what you're cooking. I kind of like what you're cooking, actually. I can get with what you're throwing down here. I could, but also I could not. Because if I think, it lasts for literally what, like 2 attacks? Every time an ally's turn ends, Yukong loses 1 stack of roaring bowstrings. So basically, it would have to be Yukong going into Sunday, going into Saber to get 100%. I don't know about that, actually. I don't know. That sounds kind of tricky. That sounds incredibly tricky. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about... So, first of all, Fu Xuan is still an incredible unit. Like, an absolute unit of a unit.
Wind on top with mountain underneath.
12%.
Find the second to last line? More sugar intake needed. Time for some sweet tea.
Maybe not the worst, I guess, when my other two alternatives are Hyacine, who needs HP drain, and I don't have Signature Light Cone. And then Lingsha, who is really just an SP generating monster for me. So maybe Fushun's not such a bad idea for preservation. What do I have for... I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like realistically what should happen is I get a crit rate body piece, no matter how insanely busted. No matter how insanely busted 12 speed is. It might need to be a crit rate piece for me. 32% would take me up to... 32% would take me up to 75%, and then after that it would take me to 95%. But then I would be losing 64.8 crit damage, and my speed would actually fall below it would fall below 134 because none of my other pieces hit speed. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't feel so bad if I re-rolled this and it rolled into speed a few times. But it could just as easily roll into, like, break effect. You know what I'm saying? Decisions. This one, I feel like if I rolled this, I would just get hard punished. Just absolutely, like... absolutely destroyed. I wouldn't feel so bad about this if I re-rolled it, but only if it rolled into crit rate, crit damage. That's true. We can math that when the time comes. Alright, for now, we've got a story. We have to story. We literally haven't even beat the caster's part of this.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Professor Anaxa, it's time to put your theory into practice.
Go on ahead. Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey. I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is on the brink of destruction.
It just hit me that the microphone was off.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Who is that? Cersei's? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
I forgot to mention that earlier. Dude's dying. He's only got like literally like a few days to live. Maybe even one day.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
This is a departed spirit?
So we know Nias as like a symbol of Nikador, who became Nikador when we were running around as the Trailblazer. Okay, I guess we don't give our greetings. That's cool.
All things. You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Chaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but... the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
I'm fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
You still gotta send me your Gallagher build. I've been running Natasha still. Bro, the fact that you're running Natasha still is crazy. Alright, wait, just I don't know how updated my Gallagher is, because I haven't used him in a while. Quid pro quo, because it gives 16 energy to a randomly chosen ally, because Gallagher himself is able to generate enough energy just by attacking repetitively. Obviously maxed out traces, all the way up to E6. Oh wow, I didn't even max him out. So basically you just want Gallagher to attack as often as possible and get that ultimate up as soon as you can. You want to level up Break. So I've got a Gallagher that's 167 speed. In terms of this, so we got Break Effect, Speed and Break Effect, Speed, Break Effect. This was just for, I think, outgoing healing boost and for the speed. But there's nothing else. I mean, defense, I guess, keeps him from being as squishy. Is that really the best piece I got on that? Messenger. Oh, yeah. This is the best piece I got. Speed with Break Effect. Nothing too crazy there. HP with speed and break effect. Keeps him from getting absolutely decimated. Energy regen with speed. So yeah, basically you want to focus on a speed build. As to the best of my knowledge, speed build with break as your additional, like, secondary sub to be thinking about. Increases outgoing healing by amounts equal to 50% of break effect up to a maximum of 75%. So you're aiming for 150 at a max. But honestly, with the rate at which you attack with Gallagher, you get your ult pretty fast and you get to heal pretty often. This is break damage, but whatever. Immediately heals 1,768, which is crazy. Trying to think if there's anything else that matters. Basically, no. You want to just build up speed and then break effects as a secondary to up his outgoing healing. I wouldn't say he's really an offensive unit because he doesn't really bring a lot of attack to the table. But if you build him, he can be really quick and he can heal on the spot. And he also has cleanse on E2. Yeah. Which Gallagher is nice because you could use him in like 2 different teams, right? You could use him in like hyper carry, you could use him in break. Not really follow up. I am not remembering this. Okay, but that is Gallagher summary.
So...
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circes? Daggone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself. Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too? We're here, finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question, but all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then, let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I still fail to make it in time? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes, I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, My sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Circe's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
What are you thinking about? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree. Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree, because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot. Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god, nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves. But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just, I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side. Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway. Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Did they really say we can add Dan Heng to our team when Dan Heng is a free 4-star character? Interesting. We can't view detailed information about our 4-star character. That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for. Or you could sit back and watch. I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him. The future is bright.
There's no way Hyacine's out here like, I'm a healer, but don't worry, stand back, I got this. Alright, let's go.
May this faint, dispel the gloom, destroy the skies.
I can't thank you enough.
Eternal.
I'll overcome the torment and doubt farewell.
Blade of Moonlight, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you. This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it. Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways. Oh, let me have a look. By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other. Sure, go ahead. The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance. Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Treevee cannon could slip past their watch. Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me. That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Alright, y'all, so we are probably going to stream for maybe about like 10-ish, 15-ish more minutes. And then we are going to call it a night from there so that I can get some sleep. So, let's keep on going on and see what we could find out before we have to hop off.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here. Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits. Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akuma for reading after that. Ugh, it's so dusty in here. Whoa, are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that. Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn. They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations? Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the Flame Chase journey and posited that humans have the potential to take over the divinity of Titans. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it? Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kefali, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods? It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs. Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the Grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the Grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones. It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time. Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the Grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while, right?
Alright, y'all, I think this is a good time to call it a day. So in terms of the rest of our stream, so we're ending the stream today. Tomorrow, I'll probably stream a little bit. And then, wait, tomorrow is Thursday. Hang on, I think I got something in my calendar for that. I think I've got something going on tomorrow night. Yeah, I've got something going on tomorrow night, so we likely won't be streaming again till Friday when the actual collaboration goes up. So the collaboration should be going up at around... When does it go up? We can check the time. 1 day and 10 hours. So 1 day from now... It's pretty early in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. Ish? I'll either be streaming that morning for a very short amount of time or that night. One of the two, but definitely on that day. Probably in the nighttime if I had to guess. I might do maybe a poll for Saber right away. Because I want to get Saber on the day of. And make sure that like the date that the unit is obtained is the first day. Yeah, it's a tough call. Yeah, I might pull for Saber right when the event drops, and then in the evening, I will pull for the light cone. That might be the way it has to go on Friday. Because this is a tricky Friday for me, because between Twice's album dropping and this, there's a lot going on for me Friday. So, and then we'll also be playing in Japanese for that particular event. So I think the goal is Friday morning I will pull for Saber. Friday evening we will stream, and then Saturday we will stream the Fate event. I think that's the right way to do this. So regardless, with that being said, that is the end of this stream. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. Y'all already know the schedule. I haven't really made any content. Still kind of up in the air what I want to do with this channel, but I do still love to stream and still want to enjoy the Honkai Star Rail story with y'all. So that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.